Women and their health conditions are being silenced and banned from social media. My name is Dr. Naomi Cave, and I come to you frustrated and angry and ready to go to war against AI and social media for perpetually silencing female bodies and silencing the health conditions that they face. So I've been silent for a few weeks. This is due to having night shifts, and my mother-in-law came over from Portugal, and so I decided to spend time with her, and I didn't make time to create long-form content for YouTube. What I did do instead is create short-form content. There are 3 types of treatment you can use for thrush. The first line is fluconazole. This is an oral tablet. However, some women, especially pregnant women, can't use this tablet. So normally there's Canesten in the UK, which is clotrimazole. You can have a cream that you can apply on the vulva, and you can also have a pessary, which can be inserted into the vagina. I took the videos that I had made here and made them short. I decided to upload them to TikTok and Instagram. At first, this was going great. Very excited to put the content out in different forms on different platforms. And then all of a sudden, 2 of my videos about thrush got banned from TikTok. It said that I had been in violation of their community guidelines. The video was about thrush. It talked about symptoms that people may get if they have thrush. It talked about the medications available in the UK that people can use. And it also talked about simple ways to prevent thrush in the future. How was this going against their community guidelines? I mean, is it because I said vagina a few times? The term vagina is the only medical term for the female reproductive canal with no anatomically appropriate substitute. Even though it describes the anatomy of nearly half of the world's population, the word vagina has been intentionally avoided for nearly 350 years, demonstrating a pervasive stigma associated with the word. Policies surrounding censorship are unclear. A common response is that similar to what I experienced. A simple statement saying, "This does not comply with standards," with no further explanation. Vagina is a clinical term. It describes the anatomy of an organ. There is no better term that accurately describes the vagina. At first I thought perhaps this is just TikTok being a bit antsy, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. After that, I then made a Linktree account. So this is an account where I can put all my links and it's in one simple place and people can know where to find me. So I filled in all my information, added my links, my TikTok, my Instagram, my YouTube, and then I sent it to my husband so that he could see the link. And then it said, "This has been banned." It's been banned because it goes against community guidelines. And I thought, what? I didn't say anything offensive. I just don't understand why it was banned. First of all, I appealed all of these bans because how insane that to talk about something simple as thrush and the vagina gets you banned. The amount of rubbish I have seen online, and this is where they draw the line. You cannot talk about women's health conditions, things that a lot of women suffer with all the time. I was infuriated. And then I realised it's not just me. Let's take Jane Gunter, for example, a physician who wrote the book The Vagina Bible. Of course, this was censored. And Facebook explained that some audiences within our community may be sensitive to this appearing in their feed. Of course, once she took the title of the book out of her post and instead referred to it as a must-read guide, this was allowed by Facebook. I'm so done with this paternalistic approach to health where you are not encouraged to explore and learn about sensitive topics about your own body. Even big companies have been under attack. For example, Bodyform.
Millions of women really want to use social platforms to talk about their health issues, but they just can't because of censorship. And even though we're comfortable talking about our bodies, we're literally being silenced. And that's why today we're getting really loud. There's a sense of shame around talking about our bodies, and that has got to go. That's old-fashioned and it's misogynistic and it's unnecessary.
For those of you who don't know, Bodyform create sanitary wear and It's actually something I used before. Pads. Simple pads. So on their website, Bodyform have a list of 40 words that they have been unable to say on social media. Things like vagina, menopause, lactation, miscarriage. I'm just going to keep reading these out. PMS, sex, infertility, PCOS, orgasms, clitoris, tampon, discharge, boobs, amenorrhea, puberty, breastfeeding, cervix, vaginal atrophy, menstrual cycle, nipples, UTI. Like, what on earth is going on? I just didn't really think that in this day and age, this would be happening. I just think, what is the big deal? Why do you not want us to know what our anatomy is? Why do you not want us to know what the labia is, the vulva, the clitoris? Why is there such a massive taboo around this? I think this perpetuates the stigma and the shame that comes with understanding your internal organs. In 2015, a survey conducted in the UK showed that 66% of women aged 18 to 24 felt embarrassed by using the word vagina. When society as a whole exhibits discomfort with the word vagina, it prohibits women from learning about, reporting, and discussing sexual and reproductive concerns. This is a detriment to their own health. Until we normalise the word vagina, we cannot make progress on women's pelvic health. I think people should know what a vagina does, what a vulva is, and how to recognise problems and how to know when things are going okay and when to seek medical advice. You do not need to be embarrassed by saying the word vagina. I think half of us don't even know what a vagina is, and we mistake our vulva for our vagina. So that's the first issue right there. But if we can't say it on social media, then... But if we are banned from using things like social media, which increasingly more people are using to seek advice, not saying that this is what people should do, but at the end of the day, the facts are increasingly younger generations are using social media. But if we are silenced and people can't access information to know what's right, what's normal, to learn from other people's experiences, then how can you make an informed decision? It would have been a little bit okay if there was the same level of consistency when it came to how social media treats men's health problems versus female health problems, but there also seems to be a discrepancy. So there was an article from Business Insider, I'm just reading it here. Whilst Facebook routinely blocks products for vaginal dryness, something that can affect menopausal women, products for erectile dysfunction are allowed to be promoted on their site with no qualms. I'm a bit baffed. So we can talk about erectile dysfunction, but we can't talk about menopause. Why? Overall, I think there's just a bias between male and female genitalia and what is and isn't deemed as appropriate. Under the guise of protection of the community, the word vagina is silenced. Instead of protecting, this harms women. Calling the word vagina profane, offensive, or unprofessional discourages proper reference to female anatomy. It forces the use of awkward, nonsensical euphemisms like lady parts, privates, hoo-ha, and down there. Overgeneralized references to female genitalia can be problematic in the setting of health education for growing children and young adults. Widespread censorship of the word vagina promotes a culture of ignorance that oppresses women, keeping them from understanding their own anatomy and advocating for their pelvic health. Whilst the vagina is a sexual organ, it's not a dirty word. It's important for things like menstruation, childbirth, sexual pleasure. Yes, women can have that. Whilst I'm not here just simply complaining that my content might not reach people, quite frankly, you know, this is the least of my worries. But what I do not like is the systemic silencing of women and not allowing them the opportunity to understand and know their body. This is where we have power. You can vote with your likes, with your comments, with your shares, by discussing these things with your friends. Social media follows the money. If the money is screaming women's health, then women's health is going to win. So the money is followed by your likes, your shares, your engagement in this kind of content. Of course, with everything, this is social media. Take everything with a pinch of salt. Always cross-check, always reference, and make sure you have enough information to make an informed decision. But like, share, subscribe, comment, and read all the articles listed below. Until then, have a wonderful day, and I hope in the next video I'll be more relaxed. But bye.